Greetings, friends. I'm doing a little test run. That's why my video looks a little different because I'm just using my webcam and not my nicer camera. I've been wanting to try doing some like reaction videos. I got a suggestion for that, and it hasn't worked out for me so far in the tests that I've done. But I think this is the key. Third time's the charm. This interview just came out with Chris during our X and Y listening party here that has some interesting information. So I'm going to watch it, and I think also it's blocked in some places, so maybe this will help the rest of you watch it as well. I'm going to watch, I haven't seen this yet, I'm going to watch through it and kind of give my thoughts as it goes and at the end. If you like this kind of video or just Coldplay content in general, you can subscribe to my channel and like the video, but also you can give me suggestions if you want me to do more of these, like what can I watch that is Coldplay and react to. But let's get into this video here. Let me make sure the sound's on. So this is with Odyssey, I guess that's how you say it, and this interview like just went up like half an hour ago or so. Okay, let's see what's...
Man,
I'm doing well, man. Nice to see you.
lovely to see you. You too. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm grateful to be alive, and I'm grateful to be speaking to you. And I like, does your t-shirt say Gravity?
It does. I wore it.
I love that.
So,
Oh, that's a good song.
So we could have a
probably
little
not what this shirt
space
is
here
for,
in the
but-
studio, I guess.
Do you wear a George Clooney movie t-shirt every day?
No, I don't. I don't. I wear a t-shirt for Alfonso Cuarón. How's that?
Oh, well, that's cool.
Well, cheers on higher power, man.
Thank you so
Cheers on
much.
that. Yeah, congratulations.
Sorry, I don't want to like stop it too many times, but I just want to say I think it's funny. I think he probably lost Chris in that joke when he said Alfonso Cuarón.
And I have to tell
like,
you this,
who?
I've watched it in so many different
Just
forms,
smile and nod,
live
Chris, just smile and
performances, the videos. But for us here at WXRT, I just want you to know that the way it sounds on the radio is fantastic. It sounds
Really?
great.
That makes me
It
super
blasts
happy.
out of the speakers. It does.
Really? Oh, that's kind. Cool.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
And for the summertime, it's such an optimistic song too. It really is.
Oh, thanks, man. Okay, well, I've got to say some nice things about you. You've got lovely, lovely glasses, and your DJing style is warm and friendly and inviting, and your listeners feel like they've been embraced in an audio fashion, and that's the highest
Interesting that he notices the Gravity shirt and says embraced. Just kidding.
compliment I can give you.
Well, I accept that. I accept that graciously. Thank you so much.
Let me go back. I
Grace.
feel like I ruined what he was
Your
saying.
listeners feel like they've been embraced in an audio fashion, and that's the highest compliment I can give you.
Well, I accept that. I accept that graciously. Thank you so much. The sound of the song, as I said, coming through the speakers of the radio, you worked with, I guess what you could say is, or who is a higher power in terms of
Yeah.
being a producer with
Yeah.
Max Martin. And I'm not sure if too many rock listeners are familiar with how successful he has been as a pop producer. It's really stunning and historically amazing.
Well, yeah, it is. You know, I think because he's had such massive success as a producer and as a songwriter, with Britney and with The Weeknd and with Taylor Swift and with Ed, you know, there's so many people, and they're all so popular that it becomes pop.
Right.
But if you look at the breadth of his styles, and he's very open-minded in terms of what he loves, and in fact his first love was metal, really. So
Right.
in a strange way, what his true gift is just finding songs that people, I don't know, he just knows how to polish away the bits that won't communicate to leave only the bits that will. And I think that it doesn't really matter what style of music that is, it's just about the song underneath the style.
Yeah.
And so for us it was really a dream, because he came in super early, so I had to sort of audition songs for him in their very basic form, and he would have comments then, and then we would layer this thing, and then Johnny, our guitarist, would have his ideas for his parts, and he'd collaborate with Max, and Max would sculpt that, and so it was like working with like a master sculptor.
That's pretty interesting because, well, Chris has never really talked that much about Max Martin in an interview or said those things specifically. It kind of shows like the mirror between Max Martin and Chris Martin's like perspectives on music. And I just love that Chris comes in with a kind of like, well, actually, just because he works on popular music.
How did you come to work with him on this? He seems like he's almost another world away from what Coldplay has been for all
Yeah,
this.
but I think that's what attracted, you know, we're so lucky that we live in an age where the genres of music have been blurring now for years, and that's absolutely our philosophy of that. There's just music we like. There isn't one sound or style that's better than another. So of course I've loved Max's work for a
Definite
long time,
evolution.
and we met at a Rihanna concert in Sweden some years ago. We just started talking a bit, and then he helped us with a mix on a song on a previous album. And I sort of feel like we were a bit like two characters in a romantic comedy. I feel like we were headed towards each other for the end of the movie.
The end, but only the beginning. That's the thing. Well, that's really great. Like I said before, I've experienced.
What was that reaction, Chris? We just get scared sometimes because he said he knows how many albums Coldplay have left.
The song "Higher Power" in so many different forms, and I watched your appearance on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Okay.
The acoustic version, which came out about a month or so ago, but the performance you did on that show, I thought it was really great. Your guitar playing, the strumming of your guitar at the beginning of the song, and I know this might sound weird, but it sounded very Joni Mitchell-esque.
Cool.
You know, and all that together, it's really a beautiful song. And anyway, you listen to it, but the acoustic version kind of knocked me out.
Well, that's sweet of you to say, man. I realized that a long time. This is a serious answer. I realized a long time ago that I was never going to be a virtuoso player, and I know that because we've been lucky enough to be. Right now, where I'm at, I'm in a place in Spain, and we're working with some different people. And there's people within 10 meters of me at the moment who can just play everything. So I realized when I was about 15 that I'm never going to be able to do that. So let me try and get good at playing rhythm guitar and piano chords, and let's always try different tunings and slightly weird chords, and see if any songs arrive through them. And so for you to say something nice about that is very cool, because
I love that too. I just cut Chris off, but I love that. It's like I knew that I would never be very, very good, so I decided to be very weird instead, or a little offbeat. Not literally offbeat though. That was the problem that they had with Will when Chris kicked him out of the band. Anyway, but yeah, I like that, the idea of just, because Chris always talks about like, you know, even if you can't do something well, just do it with enthusiasm, and that shines through. But this is also kind of like, also embrace your difference, I guess.
I'm actually a very good guitar player, but I can make it sound alright.
Mission accomplished. Yeah. Speaking of missions and space missions, the debut of the song from the space station, and the interview that you and your bandmates did.
An
with
interesting
the
question.
French astronaut Thomas.
He's asked good questions so far.
That's really a nice interview.
Nice.
I learned so much. Yesterday I was sitting at home watching. I was like, wow, this is really, really great.
Hey man, well, first of all, thank you for doing your research. That's very cool. And secondly, in a strange way, that was the best interview we've ever done, because we were asking him questions, which was great, and then his answer to our question of like, what do you feel about the world when you're up there? It was so completely our philosophy, in terms of, well, up here I don't see any borders, I don't see any difference in people, I just see one home.
Right.
And of course, if I say that too much, I just sound like, you know, a silly hippie pop star or whatever. But for him to say that up there was just like, well, you have to take that seriously.
You definitely do.
I really liked that.
He seemed like such a wonderful guy, and And what a crazy idea to give him the first, or make the first listen of the song coming from the space station back. How did that
First
come
spin.
about? How did that come about?
I hope it didn't offend
Yep,
you
there you
as a
go.
DJ. But
There's
Not
the
at all.
question
Not
we
at
all
all.
knew was coming.
He
Chris
takes,
thanked him for
well,
doing
talk about your
research,
higher
and then he
power. He's
asked
up
the
there.
same question
if you go
everyone
up
else
to space,
asked.
we'll give you the next premiere.
I guess because he actually watched the interview.
You talk about how the song is
Oh, but
about
they
the
didn't talk about it
astronauts
good.
and all of us. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I think what I mean by that is just that.
That's
especially
not a
with
question
social media,
either.
But just being human, there's so many. I think in most humans, there's a voice that's telling you you're no good. Often that voice is internal, and often it's external. There's people telling you you're no good, or you can't do this, or you're the wrong color to do that, or you're the wrong nationality to do this, or you're the wrong gender, and you're not special, and blah 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 blah. And I feel like this song is just the opposite of that. It's like, no, you're a magical, miraculous being in the middle of infinite space. And if you choose to, you can move your fingers and you can say something nice to say. You know what I mean? It's just unashamedly embracing the miraculousness in all of us.
Would you like to get a
Good
slot,
points, good
a
points.
seat on Virgin Galactic? Take a ride? Is that something that interests you?
I think I'm like a few zeros short on the bank account.
Maybe we could put together a promotion, a comp.
I mean, I think I would.
Guys, let's start a
eventually, but
GoFundMe
not right now.
for Chris.
That's kind of
Send Chris
crazy
to
thing.
space.
Well,
Would you?
Closer to Earth, you've been performing the song in a number of places on the 4th of July in front of a big audience. Something
I just have to pause this. If Chris ever went to space and didn't play politic, that's it.
you hadn't really done in a while, that had to feel
Over.
fantastic.
Yeah, that was wonderful. That was it was like being let into the candy store again, having been without sugar for years. It was just wonderful, and then it was such a one-off that now it seems like it was a distant dream, but it did happen. It was in New York, about 4 weeks ago or something.
Wow. Yeah.
That's really our natural environment, playing in live. So whenever that's possible again, we'd like to do that.
Right. And with such a big rollout for this song, it seems like there must be an album following.
It does seem that way.
Yeah. Is that where we're leaving it?
Say what do you say?
Is that where we're leaving it? It just seems that
I mean,
way.
I think we'll announce something pretty soon. I think.
Cool. Well, that'll be great.
But I spent a long time handwriting the announcement, so I don't want to give it away right now.
No, don't give anything away. No, please don't. I try.
But yeah, we didn't just do one song in the last 2 years.
Okay.
Okay, now I have to go back because he said the thing that like Coldplay and Coldplay Extra were mentioning from this interview, but the way he said it doesn't sound like serious to me, which I hate when people take Chris's words out of context. There's also something else, but I forgot.
Say what do you say?
Is that where we're leaving it? It just seems that
I mean,
way.
I think we'll
his
announce something
deadpan
pretty
was
soon.
great.
I think.
Cool.
Announce
Well, that'll be
something pretty
great.
soon.
But I spent a long time handwriting the announcement, so I don't want to give it away right now.
No, don't give anything away. No, please don't. I try.
Well, actually, maybe he was serious. It did sound serious. It sounded like he was serious, and then realized how ridiculous he sounds after. It had that kind of
Album
that kind of feel to it.
following.
It does seem that way.
Let's watch it one more time.
Is that where we're leaving it?
Say what do you say?
Is that where we're leaving it? It just seems that
I mean,
way.
I think we'll announce something pretty soon. I think.
Cool. Well, that'll be great.
But I spent a long time handwriting the announcement, so I don't want to give it away right now.
No, don't give anything away. No, please don't. I try.
But yeah, we didn't just do one song in the last 2 years.
Okay, great. Well, everything has sounded great so far. Higher Power, love the song, and really appreciate that you took some time out to chat with us today. And all the best. It's going to be. I think the future looks promising.
Hey, thank you. And I don't think you heard me ask you, would you go up in the space thing, the Virgin thing?
It seems like a pretty crazy ride. Yeah, I think so.
I think you would. I get the sense you would.
An up and down. It's just an up and down.
It's an up and down. Nothing to worry about. Yeah.
Nothing to worry about at all.
Nothing to worry about at all.
Nothing. All right, thanks
Bye,
a
man.
lot. Have a great.
See you later. Thank you for talking to me.
You bet. Bye bye.
Okay, bye, bye, bye.
This was a good interview. You know, there's some interviews where you can tell, and no matter who it is, in the band, you can tell when they're like not that into it. But this was a good one. Let me go back to my main video. So
Hey, it's Ryan
that was.
Arnold.
Stop talking. That was very interesting. This new interview with Chris. So there's not a whole lot in that interview, but we did get to hear him say that there should be an announcement soon. And Phil mentioned a little while ago about the lunar cycle. That's why we've been doing our listening parties on Twitter, all of which I attended. Anyway, so I think we did X and Y today, so that gives us 5 more days. So probably like this time next week, we might have an announcement about the album. Or, I mean, Phil's tweet said something about new music via Alien Radio. And I wonder too if Chris really does have a handwritten note, because you know they have done that kind of thing before. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is stuff like the Prospect Diaries before and during the release of Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends, but then also like when they started doing the Under One Roof stuff, Chris would write out notes. I think the Christmas lights announcement was a handwritten note as well, and that was where we first saw the long string of initials and we didn't know what it was. So that has, you know, there's a history of that kind of thing being put up on the Coldplay website, but it would be interesting to see if they might make the announcement first through Alien Radio. Would that make sense? If he's taken a long time to handwrite the note, is it in our letters, whatever? I can never remember. Is it Latin letters? Is that what they're called? In our Latin alphabet? Or is it in some alien languages? Is there more than one alien language? Who knows? We don't know. We definitely don't know. Can't say anything about that. To have no clue why Chris would be in Spain. No idea. Anyway, that's been this interview. Let me know what you think about like this format. If I keep doing more of these, I'll try to get a better setup, like a nicer quality and stuff. But yeah, if you want me to react to more videos, if it's interviews or performances, and they can be older things, newer things, whatever. If you have suggestions, you can leave those in the comments below, or you can tweet me at In a Wooden House. Let me know what you think. Can like the video, and you can subscribe to me and etc. Share it. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out.